Welcome to Gentle Yoga with Stacy. Stacy Dorek, Sunlight Yoga and Sunlight Chair Yoga is not responsible for any liability, loss, or injury associated with this video or website. Please modify for any prior injuries, existing conditions, and ask your medical practitioner if you have any concerns. If you are pregnant, do not practice twists and check with your practitioner before practicing this video. Modify for all postures if there's any discomfort, and stop and rest at any point. Yoga postures are most effective when the body and mind are relaxed. Make sure there's no discomfort and practice all postures only as far as your body is comfortable. There should be no pain in the joints. A gentle stretch to the muscles is fine. We'll prepare our practice by sitting cross-legged if that's comfortable. If not, you can sit in a chair. We'll start by tuning in with the universal mantra Om, A-U-M. Sitting tall, let the eyes remain closed and feel the resonance of the mantra Om, the universal sound. Bowing the head to the heart, honoring the true teacher within. Release the hands, touching the thumb to index finger for wisdom mudra or Gyan mudra. Continue to observe the breath, sitting tall with the head centered over the spine. Beginning with the brief meditation, just observing your inhale and exhale. Start to slow the breath down, inhaling slowly through the nose and exhaling slowly through the mouth or nose. Make sure there's no strain in the breath. Let the body and mind be at ease in this practice. At any point, you can sit in a chair if sitting cross-legged on the ground is not comfortable. We'll begin now with a breathing exercise called sun and moon breath, a pranayama for yogic breathing, for calm and balance. Take your right hand with the palm flat up to the right nostril. Close the eyes, close the right nostril, and breathe slow and deep, rhythmically, and calmly, easily, only through the left nostril. Repeat about 9 times. Slow breath in and out through the left side. The left nostril is symbolic for calming, healing, balancing, and soothing the mind, the nervous system, and the body. You can also place the focal point at an imaginary point between the eyebrows while the eyes are closed, just imagining a gentle light at the brow point while you continue to breathe through the left nostril. Lower the hand after your 9th round, touch the thumb to first finger, and switch sides. Cover the left hand to the left nostril and repeat 9 rounds on the right nostril. This is the side that is symbolic for the sun breath, for energy, vitality, health, motivation, and inspiration. You can rest the awareness at the point between the eyebrows with the eyes closed. Make sure there's no strain and keep the shoulders relaxed. After the 9th round, lower the hands, touch the thumb to index finger, and observe the breath and the effects of sun and moon breath. Bring the palms to prayer and stretch the arms up. We'll now begin our postures. Warming up with what I call sacred circles. Bring the palms together, inhale as you stretch the arms up. Spread the fingers, exhale as you draw a big circle around you. You can add a neck movement by lifting the chin up on inhale. Exhale as you lower the arms, lower the chin to chest. Continue. You're now warming up the neck, the shoulder joint, stretching the fingers and the arms, lengthening the spine and side waist, and also starting to sync the mind with the body and breath, which is most important in yoga for the calming effect. Reverse sacred circles. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale as you slide the palms to prayer, and repeat on your own. Inhaling the arms up, exhale palms to prayer. When the arms go up, let the chin go up. When the hands go down, let the chin lower to chest. Continue at your own pace. When complete, we'll warm up the neck. Exhale as you turn the head to one side. Inhale when you bring the head to center. Repeat several times for a neck turn. Try not to move the shoulders or back, but just the head, turning on the exhale, inhaling when the head comes to center. Go at your own pace several times. After you're done, observe, and then drop the right ear to your right shoulder, bringing the left hand to the floor. Take several slow breaths as you stretch the side of the neck, or neck stretch. After several breaths, switch sides, dropping the ear to the opposite shoulder, left ear to left shoulder, as the right hand releases to the floor to deepen the side stretch in the neck. Continue to breathe slowly and comfortably. After several breaths, bring the head back to center and close the eyes and observe the sensations in the neck. Then start to lift the chin up as you inhale, lowering it down as you exhale for neck movements. After that, circle the nose in the air about the size of a tennis ball, 2 to 3 times each direction, just to start to release tension in the neck and relax the neck muscles and bring more mobility to the neck. When you're done, close the eyes, take a breath, and observe. Shoulder warm-ups. Start to roll the shoulders, making big circles, moving back. You can also bring the hands alongside the body or rest the hands on the lap. As you see in the video, the hands can also be on the shoulders, which may be a little more gentle for those of you with shoulder injury. A little more active is to stretch the arms up as you inhale and draw a big circle with the hands. Inhaling the hands up, exhaling down for arm circles. All of those warm up the shoulders. Reverse direction, just moving the shoulders now, big circles forward. Or placing the hands on the shoulders as you draw circles in the air with the elbows, or making big circles with your hands in the air, warming up the shoulder joint. Continue to breathe with your movement and then close the eyes when you're done and observe. Side stretch. Stretch your left arm up. As you exhale, gently curve the spine to the right, placing the right hand on the floor about 1 to 2 feet from the right hip. Try to keep the head in line with the spine, with the ear by the top arm in the air. Take several slow breaths, observe, and then switch sides. Inhale the right arm up, lengthening. Exhale, gently curving. The spine's making the shape of a crescent moon. Remember that you can do all of these practices sitting in a chair as well, if it's more comfortable. As you exhale, relax into the pose. To come out, inhale, rising up. Release and observe the effects of side stretch. Spinal twist. Lift the right arm up as you inhale. Exhale, twist to the right, placing the left hand to the outside of the right leg. You can gently turn, looking over your right shoulder, or keep the head centered if that feels more comfortable. Switch sides after 3 to 5 breaths. Inhale the right arm up, exhale, twisting gently to the left. Take the left hand behind you and the right hand to the outer left leg. As you exhale, relax and twist. As you inhale, sitting tall. After 3 to 5 breaths on each side, come out and observe the body. You can repeat spinal twist. It's a lovely warm-up for your back. Helps relieve back tension. Can also help your digestive system and calm the nerves. Repeat the cycle again, 3 to 5 breaths on each side. Now stretch the legs out and shake the legs. From there, we'll come onto all fours. We'll come onto all fours called table pose, bringing the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Stretch the fingers wide, creating a table-leg shape in the body. Keep the head centered over the spine, and then start to arch the back on inhale for cat-cow. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, arching is cow pose. As you exhale, lift the navel to spine, rounding the back like a scared cat. Continue. This is a wonderful movement for the back to create flexibility, to give you energy, and to relieve tensions in the back body. Breathe and move at your own pace. Inhale, arching, back bend. Exhale, rounding, scared cat pose. Let the head and neck relax and move the head as it feels comfortable with the movements of the spine. And then hold scared cat, lifting the navel to spine, feeling a widening between the shoulder blades. Continue to breathe slow, and then come back to table pose. From there, shift the hips to the heels for child's pose. This is a wonderful pose to restore the body and relieve tension in the lower back. Let the big toes touch with the knees slightly apart as the arms stretch forward, called Bahamasana in Sanskrit, child's pose. This can restore your energy and is great to do every day. You can hold there as long as comfortable and return to that pose at any point in the practice if you need a rest. Return to all fours and start now for a leg stretch. Stretch your left leg back, spreading all 5 toes on the left foot. Keep the hands under the shoulders and breathe, stretching the left calf. This is great to stretch the back of the left leg and is wonderful to prevent night cramps for those that get cramps in the leg. Repeat on the second side. Stretch the right leg back, spreading all 5 toes. Breathing as you stretch the back of the right leg and calf. Repeat with the left leg back, with all 5 toes on the ground. You can stay there or start to raise the left leg in line with the back, balancing on 2 hands and the right knee and foot. Breathe slowly, lengthening the back leg. You can also stretch the right arm forward for diagonal balance or sunbird pose. It helps to focus around the navel center, lengthening the right arm forward and left leg back equally. Hold 3 to 5 breaths and then switch sides. Stretch the right foot back with the toes on the ground. You can keep the toes on the ground or lift the leg in the air, balancing, breathing, and optional left arm up, extending it forward for sunbird pose or diagonal balance. The right leg lengthens back as the left arm lengthens forward. Feel the balance, feel your center, aware of the navel. To come out, come back to table pose, and then sit back and rest in child's pose. Hips towards the heels with the arms stretched forward. If that's not comfortable, you can rest your hands as I'm showing in the video, making fists one hand over the other, or palms flat, making a pillow with the hands. That might feel more comfortable. You can also do the traditional balasana with the hands by the feet with the palms facing skyward, like a fetal pose, curling in a ball to restore your energy. Observe the breath and relax. When you're ready, come back to all fours. And now we're going to come into low lunge. Step the right foot forward between the hands as you slide the left leg back. Make sure the right knee's over the right heel and no further. If the hands don't comfortably touch the ground, you can use 2 yoga blocks, one under each hand. Feel the left side of the thigh and psoas stretching as you gently lift the heart. Only hold the postures as long as comfortable, and then you'll switch sides. Step the left foot between the hands. If it doesn't go between the hands, you might want to carry the left foot up so the hands are right alongside the foot. Breathing, align the left knee over heel. Feel a gentle lift to the spine and the heart as you slide the right toes back. To come out, rest in child's pose, balasana, and observe the effects on the hips, the back, and the legs from the lunge posture. Now, step the right foot between the hands again for low lunge, and we'll try a variation. If it feels comfortable from here, after a few breaths in lunge, you can stretch your left arm up, creating a gentle twist. If comfortable on the neck, gaze up towards the top hand. If not, you can look forward. Find your balance and switch sides when you're ready. Come back to table pose. Step the left foot between the hands and then gently twisting. Let the right arm reach up. Think of the arms moving away from each other in a T-like shape. Observe the breath. Find the balance as the hips open and the spine twists. Come out back to table pose on all fours and pause. Now bring the right foot back between the hands in low lunge, and if comfortable, lift the left thigh up for high lunge. This posture takes a little more muscular work, so only practice if comfortable. Stretch back from the navel, back through the left heel, as you lift the heart without letting the hands leave the ground. After 3 to 5 breaths, you'll repeat on the second side. From table pose, left foot steps between the hands. You curl the right toes under and lift the thigh for high lunge. Enjoy. Doesn't this feel good? From the navel, stretch back through the right heel. Always breathing and finding ease, even if the pose is working the body. From there, rest in child's pose, Bahamasana, and observe the effects of high lunge. From table pose, we're going to now try puppy dog pose. This is lots of fun and stretches the back just like the dog stretch. With the hips over the knees, start to walk the arms forward. It's a little different than child's pose because the hips are not on the heels, but they're over the knees. Spread the fingers wide, breathing as you stretch the spine. Think of the way the dogs stretch. We're creating opening and length through the back body and the spine. Rest in child's pose after 4 to 5 breaths in puppy dog and observe. You can repeat puppy dog pose again, or come up to all fours, curl the toes under and lift the hips for downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. This takes more muscular work in the arms. From down dog, lift the hips and lift the heels up and down a few times, just as a variation to warm the ankles up. Then return to table pose. When you're ready, come back to down dog, and now bend one knee at a time, slowly, gently easing into the stretch of the back of the leg, the hip, and the low back. As you bend one knee, let the opposite heel gently stretch back and down. After a few rounds, come back to table pose. Repeat again, down dog, this time with the knees bent at first, or start to extend the hips up just like the dog stretch as the heels now reach back and down. This posture stretches the back and the back of legs. Downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Observe the breath. Keep weight equally between all 10 fingertips. You may need to build up to hold this posture longer as you practice. At first, maybe 1 breath. After a few times, you can maybe hold 2 breaths and build up from there. Observe child's pose, the body, and the breath after you come out from down dog. Rest and relax. When you come out of child's pose, return to downward dog. Lift the hips, spread the fingers, reach the heels slowly back and down. Think of an upside down triangle shape, or think of the way the dogs stretch. Observe the breath. When you come out, exhale, release the knees to the ground, and rest in child's pose, Balasana. Next is pigeon posture, a wonderful posture to open the hips. Ekapada Kapotasana. Step the right knee between the hands, with the hands alongside the right leg. Put some weight in the fingertips at first as you square the hips forward, stretching the left leg back. Take slow deep breaths. As you can see in the video, my elbows are bent at first, and then I'll try a variation, resting the arms forward and my forehead resting on the hands. If this is not comfortable, you can also place a blanket under the right buttocks. Try to relax the spine, even though the back leg, left leg, is lengthening and active. When you come out, we're going to take the left leg around over the right leg for another posture called the pose of nobility. Bring the hands alongside the hips. Try to stack one knee over the other and flex the feet. Make sure there's no knee pain. As you exhale, start to bow the body forward, which will stretch the outer thighs or IT band. Breathe, relax with every exhalation. If it feels too much, keep the body upright. When you come out, release your legs and shake it out. Second side, swing the body around back to table. From table pose, slowly bring the left knee between the hands as you lower the hips towards the earth. Bring the hands alongside each side of the left leg, pressing the fingertips strongly into the earth as you inhale and lift the spine. As you exhale, start to release the hips down to the earth, stretching the right leg back. If it's not comfortable, place a blanket under the left outer buttocks. You can also rest the head on the hands as I'm showing in the video for a variation. Feel the back relax and observe the breath. To come out, slowly walk the hands back. Swing the right leg around over the left for pose of nobility, second side. A wonderful way to open the hips and stretch the outer thigh. It's called pose of nobility because you imagine you're in a throne, sitting with integrity and confidence, like a king or queen. Flex the feet and spread the toes. Try to equally root the buttocks into the earth. Inhale as you sit tall, and exhale as you start to fold forward. Only go as far as comfortable, relaxing with every exhalation. Holding about 3 to 5 breaths. When you're ready to come out, inhale, lift the heart up, shake the legs out, and just release the legs. Now we're going to slowly lower the spine down onto the mat with the feet a little wider than hip width apart. You can let the knees rest against each other, which is quite restful and easeful for the lower back. Place the hands below the belly button, the navel area, and just pause. Let the back relax, settling into the earth. Take some slow deep breaths and enjoy the body relaxing on the ground as you notice the effects of the postures we've done so far. If the pigeon posture we did upright was not comfortable on your knee, you might like this lying down version of pigeon. You place your right ankle over the left thigh, and we'll start by just warming up in the hip joint. Bring the right knee towards the chest as you inhale. As you exhale, move the right knee away from the body. You can use your hand to guide the knee. Inhale, knee towards you. Exhale, right knee away from you. Repeat about 5 times just to ease into the hip joint. The next step is to bring the left thigh towards the chest for a lying down pigeon, sometimes called thread the needle because you're bringing the hands around the left thigh between the right and left leg. Now as you exhale, let the left thigh relax towards the chest. This also stretches the similar muscles as pigeon. You can stretch the left leg in the air as well for a hamstring stretch on the back of the left leg. You're now stretching the outer right thigh, the IT band, as well as the back of the left leg, the calf and the hamstring. Make sure it's comfortable and make sure the muscles never shake. We always want to relax in yoga. To come out, release, pause, and observe. Switching sides, place the left ankle over the right thigh. As you inhale, bring the left knee towards you. As you exhale, gently push the left thigh away from you. Repeat 5 or so times to warm up the left hip joint. Move with breath and enjoy. For upside down pigeon, clasp the fingers around the back of the right knee and bring the right knee towards chest. Hold and breathe, trying to keep the weight even between the right and left side of the low back. You can stretch the right leg to also do a variation, stretching the right hamstring and calf as we did on the left side. This part is optional. Try to keep the weight even, again, between right and left hip, and make sure there's no shaking. To come out, release your feet to the earth, take the feet wide with the knees resting together. Place the hands on the navel, close the eyes, and observe. Relax, observing. Now bring the feet hip-width apart and hug the left knee to the chest. This is a great way to relieve tension in the sciatic and left hip joint. You can place your hands on the left shin or behind the knee. For a little more challenge, stretch the right leg out on the ground. Hold and breathe. Every time you exhale, hug the left knee closer to the chest. In Sanskrit, this means wind reliever pose, to relieve gas in the digestive organs, but it's also good for the low back and the hip. You can also circle the left knee several times in each direction for a joint mobility movement and variation. From there, to come out, we're going to stretch the leg in the air for another posture, leg stretch. Keep the hands behind the left leg, point and flex the left foot several times, and circle the ankle for an ankle variation. If there's any shaking in the leg, bend the knee slightly and lower the leg down. Otherwise, continue a few more breaths, or a little more challenging, slide the hands up the left leg, lifting the chest towards the left leg. Keep the chin to the chest and use your core, navel, and stomach muscles, not the neck. You can also lift the right leg up, as I'm showing in the video, just an inch or so from the ground, gazing at the right big toe, maybe holding the left foot. To come out, hug the left knee to chest, and then shake the legs out and relax in corpse pose. Observe and relax. Repeat on the second side by bending the knees, hugging the right knee to chest, either keeping the hands on the shin or behind the right knee, which sometimes is more easeful for those with knee injury. For a little more stretch and deeper opening in the hip, stretch the left leg out on the ground. As you exhale, hug the right knee to chest. Flex the left foot and extend the left leg, and start to circle the right knee in the air now to open the hip joint a little more. Knee circles. Repeat several times in both directions. From here, we'll go into leg stretch, second side. Stretch the right leg in the air, and then first point and flex your right foot, and then circle the ankle a few times in each direction for some ankle movements. If this feels too much, you can also have the left leg with the knee bent with the foot on the ground instead of straight. Hold and breathe, and for the variation, a little more challenging, you can slide the hands up the right leg, lifting the chest towards the right leg, using your core muscles, not the neck. Continue to breathe. Optional, lift the left leg a half an inch off the ground for more core work, or slide the hands up to the right foot if that's comfortable in the right leg. Make sure there's no strain. To come out, hug the right knee to chest, and then shake the legs out and relax in corpse pose, shavasana, and observe. Next is spinal twist. Bring the feet together and the knees together with the arms like a T. Start to move the legs side to side, almost like windshield wipers. As you exhale, lower the legs to one side as the head turns in the opposite direction. Go back and forth to relieve tension in the low back. Continue on your own, gently relaxing the back and releasing tensions in the low back. After a few rounds moving, then hold each side for 3 to 5 breaths. The head rolls the opposite way of the legs. This helps your back, but also helps the digestive organs. Repeat on the second side now, holding 3 to 5 breaths on one side. For a deeper twist, bring the knees to the chest, can first hug the knees to chest, upside down child's pose, this is called. And then stretch the arms like a T shape. From that position, lower the legs to one side. If the legs lower to the right, the head rolls to the left. This is a little bit of a deeper twist. Repeat 3 to 5 breaths on each side. When you come out, hug the knees to chest for upside down child's pose. Optional, lift the head towards the knee as you exhale, and then hold and breathe using the muscles of the core, not the neck. If this is not comfortable, keep the head on the ground. Then release, lower the hands to the ground, and now we're going to stretch the legs in the air. This is a very gentle way to get the benefits of why the yogis do heads down and shoulders down. The legs are over the heart, so the blood can flow easily back to the heart with less work for the heart. Hold and breathe, allowing the lymph and the blood to flow down the legs. Let the arms relax, palms skyward if you like, keeping the hands below the heart, and observe the breath. You can also observe the point at the center of throat or the point between the eyebrows. Hold 5 to 10 breaths now for this posture. If you need to bend the knees, that's fine as well. For some optional variations from here, you can stretch the legs wide like a V shape, bringing the hands to the inner thigh. From there, point and flex the feet and circle the ankles if you like an ankle variation for ankle movements. Come out, bringing the legs together, and now stretch the arms overhead. This is a little more active. Lengthen the legs skyward as the arms stretch back. Think of an L shape in the body. Hold 3 to 8 breaths slow. Spread the toes if you like. And then to come out, relax with the feet on the ground and pause. Bring the feet hip width now, and then we'll lift the hips up for bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. At first, you can hold the sides of the yoga mat, trying to lift the heart, trying to pull the mat slightly apart, or, if comfortable, interlock the fingers, stretching the hands down towards the earth. The toes point forward with the feet hip width apart. As you can see, my heels are under the knees. This is important so there's no strain on the knee joint. If you're more comfortable with the hands holding the side of the yoga mat, you can return to that instead of the fingers interlocked. To come out, roll the spine out, hug the knees to the chest, and relax. Observe the effects on your back after the bridge pose. That's wonderful if you sit at a desk a lot or are sitting a lot, which can affect your upper back posture. Take the feet the width of the mat and let the knees rest against each other, or stretch the legs out now for corpse pose, Shavasana. This is a relaxation pose for deep physical and mental relaxation. Roll the head side to side, and then inhale, shrug the shoulders to the ears. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Make fists with your hands, squeeze the fist, lift the legs, squeeze every muscle in the arm and leg, and then relax. Then make a prune face, lips, cheeks, eyes, squeeze to the nose, and relax. Open the mouth wide, lion's breath. You can stick the tongue out as you roll the eyes back. After tense and release, just let the body settle into the earth. Corpse pose, Shavasana. Once the physical muscles relax, start to use the awareness to relax even deeper. Bring attention down into the toes. You can silently repeat, I relax my toes, the toes relax. I relax the legs relax. I relax the back is relaxed. Repeating silently, I relax the shoulders relax. I relax the arms relax. I relax the hands and fingers relax. I relax the stomach. The stomach is relaxed. I relax the heart. The heart is relaxed. I relax the neck and throat. The neck and the throat relax. I relax the jaw. I relax the eyes, the forehead, behind the ears. The scalp is relaxed. Repeating silently, my entire body is now relaxed. Just letting the body be on its own, settling into the earth. Start to become aware of the breath. Think of the breath like waves in the ocean. You can listen to the actual ocean waves in the background if you lose focus, or just continue to observe your own breath, letting the mind rest inward. Just being present, observing every inhale and exhale without trying to change or deepen the breath. Just let all aspects of yourself be. The mind, the breath, the body is perfect, exactly as it is in this moment. Observe and allow. Start to circle the hands and the feet, waking the body up gently. Stretch the arms overhead. Interlock the fingers. Stretch the palms away from you. Give the body a long stretch and then hug the knees to chest. Then roll to one side. Push off the hands very slowly to come up, keeping the head over the spine. Since you just worked so hard to keep the mind, body, and nervous system calm, we want to transition gently and easily back into our day. So come to a cross-legged seat, or you can sit in a chair called easy pose, Sukhasana. Lower the hands on the legs and touch the thumb to the first finger. Let the eyes close and just observe the effects of your yoga, postures, breathing exercises, and deep relaxation. From here, we'll return to a brief meditation, observing the inhale and exhale. You can continue a slow, conscious breath or just observe the breath as is. In meditation, if the mind is busy, it may be helpful to use a sound or a mantra, such as Om, silently. Om on inhale, Om on exhale, repeating silently as you sync it with your breath. If you prefer to use a word such as peace or shanti or shalom, that's fine too. But keep the word associated with a peaceful or uplifting image or feeling. the mind is distracted, just bring it back to the breath. Instead of trying to stop the mind, just observe the thoughts, keeping the breath or sound internally as your focal point. Preparing to come out of meditation, join the palms to prayer. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bowing the head to the heart, honoring yourself, and I honor you. Namaste means the truth in me honors the truth in you. You could end with Yoga Mudra, bowing the head to the earth, holding the hands behind you. But if your forehead doesn't touch the ground like mine didn't there, you can also do it from sitting on your heels. Hold the wrist and let the third eye point touch the earth. Feel a sense of honoring the earth beneath you and yourself for doing the practice. Namaste. Have a great day.